Hey everybody, Stoney with Homestead here. It's been a while. Thought I'd check in with you. Um, I'm not real good with this, keeping up with the schedule for technology, providing YouTube videos and whatnot. And I'm not really focused on being a teacher like a lot of the Homestead folks are. Um, I'm just sharing our journey, little bits here and there. But I wanted to talk to you about a couple of quick things. Since the last time I actually uploaded a video, there have been some, aside from the heat. Oh my God, I don't do heat. I don't know how I survived years being stationed in places that are always hot. But I did. Anyway, so the heat has thrown some curveballs at us. There's been some health issues that are nobody's business, but that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Legal and financial issues. That's what happens when you're dealing with corporate America. Um, that's one of the reasons why we go on this journey, right? Our homesteading uh, efforts towards becoming completely self-sufficient is to throw off those shackles, get away from the power of the dollar bill. Um, but a couple of things I wanted to touch base with you over. Uh, Number one lesson learned with some health issues and the weather and everything I already mentioned. Number one lesson that I took away from it all, and I think will really help you: little bites. Take little bites. I remember, I don't know, maybe some of you weren't brought up this way, but if we ate too fast, we were taught to put a small bite in our mouth and set down our fork or spoon or whatever we were eating with and chew X number of times before we swallowed and before we could pick up that fork or spoon to get another piece. If we put food in our mouth and then we put more food on the fork or the spoon while we were chewing, we were wrong. Fantastic lesson. It applies to efforts in life as well. Take little bites. Uh, just trust me on this, especially when you get older and you have to adjust to a lot of things beyond your control. Take little bites. Chew everything well before you go back for more. Brings me to something else that came up over the last period of my absence. Um, Planting and harvesting. And one of the great things about homesteading self-sufficiency is feeding you and yours without having to go to the store and buy something that was trucked in from 2,000 miles away. And the price is based on whether or not it's seasonal. I'm really hoping that this wind doesn't break off a branch on my head. But, when we grow our own food, whether it's fruits, vegetables, meat to harvest and store, whatever it is, be prepared for your harvest. We've come into harvest time now. Today's the 2nd of August, and so probably about the third week of July, I guess it was, we started harvesting. Because of the way that we staggered plantings, because of the way we controlled the amount of what was being planted at a particular time, and because we used successive plantings of the same things, our homestead kitchen is not filled with boxes and boxes and boxes of produce that has to be dealt with now, or it ends up being compost or chicken food. So again, go back, do some research, do some studying, get the best information you can. Plan your production based on your homestead's needs. and then add just a little fudge factor. You can always trade that and share it with those less fortunate if that's what you do. I do if I can. And figure out what you're going to need to plant, what you're going to need to put up for non-growing season like wintertime, how you're going to preserve it. Know all this ahead of time and do succession planting in small bites so that you can manage the harvest. The one thing that I see all these homestead channels doing right now is harvest, 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 preserve, preserve, preserve. They're going nuts. Every single day they've got the pressure canner going, the water bath canner going, the harvest rate freeze dryers going, go, 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 go. And I don't know about you, but I've got 1,000 other things going on at the homestead. I cannot take that amount of time to lock myself in the homestead kitchen with boxes and boxes and boxes of produce that has to be taken care of to store now. Plan ahead. I know we're in harvest season. I know we're in food preservation season because once it's done growing, we're in winter. But there's no reason why you can't sit down right now and start planning ahead. If you don't like something and the folks around you aren't particular about it, don't grow it. One of my favorite things to do is grow things here that people tell me I can't. Because to me, there's no such thing. There's always an adaptation to growing systems that will allow me to do something. Here in the mountains of western Montana, I knew a young man who built himself a hothouse structure and grew banana trees. I grew tobacco that I had to cut back or it would have gotten so big that somebody would have got a little too curious. I grow a lot of things that I can't grow here. Be willing to experiment, but if it's not something that you're going to consume and it's not something that has fair trade value locally, don't waste your time. I can afford to experiment. I have the room, I have the time. Okra. I know exactly 2 people in my entire community that absolutely love okra done properly. I can grow it by the bucket loads, but I'm not going to because I can't stand it. And out of an entire community, those 2 people, there's just no reason for me to grow okra because they're just as happy if I can provide them with onion or broccoli or snap peas. Start your planning now. Start your planning ahead, but schedule. This will save you so much headache and so much loss of what you produce come preservation time next year. Plan ahead, stagger your plantings. Put in your 12 heads of lettuce, and then in 2.5 to 3 weeks, put in 12 more so that you can have succession production. Instead of putting in an entire 50-foot row of lettuce, you're not going to eat 50 head of lettuce before it goes bad. Plan ahead. Plan ahead. So, anyway, my big lesson, checking back in with you guys and let you know we're still alive and we're still making our way forward. Take little bites. Take what you need at the moment and put down your fork and chew on that little bite. When you're done with that, it's a successful step towards finishing that meal. And then you can take another little bite. Okay? So, take little bites. That's my big comeback lesson for for you after my absence. Again, I will try to be better about the videos, but hey, no guarantees because it's just not my thing. Take little bites. Please like the video, share it on your Facebook or wherever. Subscribe to the channel and click the little bell thing so you know when I add a new, sometimes rare upload. And take care of yourselves. I'm going to go enjoy these snap peas that we harvested the other day and probably watch some YouTube channel. See what the rest of the folks are up to. Take care. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.